Let's check out Thunderbolts Issue 2, part of the King in Black event. Where we last left off, the Kingpin put together a new Thunderbolts team comprised of some C-list villains to fight Null and his symbiotes. Unfortunately, during the battle, some of the Thunderbolts died and some of them just plain quit because they didn't want to deal with the bullshit. The remaining Thunderbolt squad got overran by the symbiotes, so they decided to take a boat, go to Ravencroft, and Ravencroft is the asylum for the criminally insane, and some dude in there is supposed to help them turn the tide, and this dude just happens to be the crazy ass Norman Osborn. We start the story off where you see Norman Osborn taking the Thunderbolts somewhere inside of Ravencroft. The Taskmaster then tells Norman, "Yo, bruh, you're not your crazy self like how you normally are. What's going on with you?" And Norman Osborn says he just wants to help out the Thunderbolts complete their mission. And Norman is kind of shocked because he thought Wilson Fisk would send some more capable people to help with this fight. So we got Mr. Fear talking trash about Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin, asking Norman Osborn, "Did you get the plan from the fat man?" And Wilson Fisk is listening in on a video call. Mr. Fear kind of gets scared and says, "Nah, bro, I was talking about the Blob." Wilson Fisk tells the Taskmaster, "Yo, bro, duff this dude in the face." Norman Osborn then asks Wilson Fisk, "What would you like us to do?" And Wilson Fisk like, "The first thing I want you to do is to step back because nobody wants to see your ugly face on the screen that close." So we go to some of the other Thunderbolts, and Mr. Fear has an idea of releasing some of the prisoners so they could be members of the Thunderbolts to help them out because they're low on the numbers. So Backtruck was telling Mr. Fear, "Listen, we already got a dumbass on the team, we don't need more." Mr. Fear gets in Backtruck's face and asks him, "Who the fuck you think you talking to?" And Backtruck simply puts his foot in Mr. Fear's neck and about to kill his ass. Then they hear a loud explosion, and then we see one of those symbiotic dragons, dinosaurs, whatever, from Null, and then Null's symbiote ghoul comes and infects some of the prisoners, turning them into Venoms or whatever. So the Taskmaster yells a command for all the Thunderbolts to put on their masks. Star's like, "What about Wilson Fisk?" And Taskmaster was pretty much like, "Fuck Wilson Fisk." So the Thunderbolts, everybody put on their mask, and I don't understand the point of them putting on their mask because Taskmaster, Mr. Fear, and Backtruck have no superpowers. The only person that has superpowers is Star, so the masks really make no difference. So the Thunderbolts pretty much fight the symbiotes in the Ravencroft. The Thunderbolts do their thing. They're taking out the symbiotes pretty easy peasy, wrecking them pretty much. So Star pretty much wants to save some of the prisoners that weren't affected by the symbiotes of Ravencroft to go with the Thunderbolts. Taskmaster was kind of against it, and Star kind of convinced them to do it. So they free the remaining prisoners at Ravencroft, and Taskmaster tells these guys, "Listen, you guys are on your own if you fall behind." They grab a bus, they run over a symbiotic deer. The Taskmaster tells Star what he wants her to do. "You gotta find somebody, use your powers to find someone." So he kicks Star off the moving bus, and Star goes and flies off to find this person that they need. So then the Taskmaster wants to know why the fuck is the bus going so slow. And Mr. Fear is trying to drive the speed limit, so Taskmaster tries to take the wheel from Mr. Fear, but these guys are driving off a bridge, a broken bridge or whatever, right? So they're falling to their death, and then at the last second, Star comes and saves their asses or whatever. And then as Star is saving them, Mr. Fear tries to holler at Star at a real weird time or whatever. So they land. The Taskmaster's asking Star, "Do you need some time to rest?" And she's like, "Yeah, well, fuck your rest. We need to find that person." So they end up finding a person, and this person is supposedly supposed to be Sentry, but it's half a Sentry's body because Noah ripped his body in half. So they're gonna use half a Sentry's body to make a bomb, but the only thing is, will they survive the bomb? and then the comic comes to an end. I enjoyed this comic, actually. I enjoy the humor and the comedy in this comic. I hope they keep this series going after this Null event thing, because I like reading the villain's perspective in a comic. Is definitely cool, and I definitely can't wait to see what happens in issue 3. If you like my content, rate, comment, subscribe. Take it easy. Later.